Hey, welcome to a new video. It's been quite a while, but this is our new RV. We are on the border of Alabama and Florida right now, but this is a leisure travel van Unity corner bed model. It's not the exact color we wanted, but the choices were pretty limiting. I was trying to hold out until the fall of 2026 for a new RV, but I couldn't help myself here. Don't have the best light in here, but this is not a full tour. We'll take a step inside and I'll show you what it's like. But this is a 2025 model. It's not a 2026. So it's a corner bed model. So I specifically looked for this model because we do travel as a family of 4. But I won't show you a full in-depth tour until later on. But it has a dinette here. This converts to a bed. Obviously you can see the small kitchen here. We have temporary everything, as in all the silverware, everything we had to do temporary because it was a fly-in buy. It does have a full-time corner bed, and just like expected, they're really hard to make, but it is nice having a bed there all the time. It does have a separate shower, toilet, and sink. Has this little door here. You can close the door, obviously, like this. Unfortunately, it has this little snap here. Don't like that setup. But this is really it. It's a 2025. They did make some changes in 2025 on this dinette. I won't show you again until we get the full tour. But if you unclip this whole dinette slides out, and you can make a super single bed here and a super single bed here. Or there's a connecting cushion, and this will turn into a giant king-size bed as well. Well, that's it. The chassis, this is still the same old chassis that I had in my previous Winnebago. They did change the engine to the twin-turbo 4-cylinder, so it has a little more horsepower and torque, and you can feel it on the road. I was going to take a long break from just RVing for a while and pick up somewhere in 2026, but like I said, couldn't help myself. There's plenty of storage for a small RV like this. There is storage underneath this dinette and that one. That one unfortunately takes the 2 cushions to convert this to a king bed. Here's a random door here. It does have a closet right here, and it's a horizontal closet, so you can actually put your clothes this way. And there is a separate closet, really small closet in the back, but again, this being a corner bed, it does have an extra cushion here to convert that to a king bed. So this closet's not very usable on this floor plan specifically. Aside from that, it has a 12-volt fridge. I'll show you all these in the future tours, but this is the quick snapshot. There's a little TV here, and really like it so far. It's bone stock, so just as expected. The Mercedes chassis, it definitely needs suspension upgrades. We'll do full suspension upgrades later on. The only modifications I have is really I just put a mini Starlink up here just for our travels. We've been on the road for about a little over a week, and we still have another week to go, so did want to put that Starlink in. I think I have 3 command hooks we put in the bathroom. Aside from that, it is bone stock, so we will have to do some customization, make it ours. And using this RV bone stock, nothing wrong with it, but just like everyone else, it's nice to just customize it for your own use. So I'll do an in-depth tour in the future. We'll see how motivated I am in 2026. But this is a snapshot of our 2025 leisure travel van Unity corner bed model. And if I didn't mention it already, we did specifically target the corner bed model because we did want to have a full-time bed, as well as having a huge convertible dinette for the kids, not just a standard dinette, because you can make this into just a bed this way, but it's not very wide for kids, and our kids are getting pretty tall. So if you turn it into the king size bed, I think you can be at least 6'3", 6'4", and you can sleep in it. So plenty big for our purposes. And we really changed to this model just because of our driving style. And I'll talk about that more in the future. But you know, we put on a lot of miles, and it's going back to a smaller footprint is really our travel style today. I forgot to mention that this trip in this RV reality met expectations. So the Sprinter chassis, exactly what I thought it would be. The horsepower and torque a little bit better. So suspension improvements definitely required. This dinette, exactly what I thought was going to be. And the fit and finish of the leisure travel vans, exactly what I thought it was going to be as well. So there are a couple of surprises that I did get. Is we did have this TV brake up front. It was just a defective bracket. A lot of wind noise on this door. I mean, a tremendous amount of wind noise. Looks like just the seals needs to be redone. And this dinette, the way this dinette is put together, the assembly of it, just like the other RV manufacturers, they could use some improvement on the screws that they used. Otherwise, just like what I expected. So happy with the results so far. We have about 1,500 miles on this so far. So I think that was a pretty good test run. Another, I think, 1,500 miles to go, and that should be the end of the trip.